back to my channel. Today in this video I'm gonna be showing y'all how I do like my everyday makeup routine. This feel weird for one because I don't ever do like an intro, but yeah, in this video I'm gonna show y'all how I do my everyday like natural soft glam makeup routine. And keep in mind, the way I'm doing my makeup in this video is not how I do my clients makeup at all. And also, if you have like real bad acne, I don't think this is gonna be for you. I'm sorry. If you do have very dry skin, make sure that you moisturize very good so that it won't show, because if you have dry skin, it's not gonna look that good once you get done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin my hair back, and I'll probably be looking this way because this is where my mirror at, but yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Okay y'all, so I already washed my face and moisturized, but the moisturizer I use is the Pond's moisturizer. It's the one with the blue top. You won't focus it, girl. Yeah, it's the Pond's moisturizer. I got it from Walmart. I'm sure you can get it from like Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, stuff like that. But to start off, first I do my eyebrows. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. brow pencil, and I'm gonna be honest, it don't really matter like, hold on, I gotta get situated now. But yeah, it don't really matter like what kind of brow pencil you use, as long as I say don't use one that's black. I can't stand black pencils, especially like if you got a heavy hand. Don't use a black brow pencil, it's just not gonna work. To start off with my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier's translucent powder to set my eyebrows. It's just to get the oils away because I did just wash my face and put moisturizer on it. First, I start off with the bottom just so that I won't be making them too thick or whatever. And I don't go all the way to the front when I do this. I stop like right here. And then I put my brow pencil upwards so that the beginning of my eyebrows won't look like a block. Y'all, this feels so weird, me just talking to the camera like this. And then I trace it at the top too. I outline it at the top. And when you do this, be very light-handed. And then just fill it in lightly. Since my eyebrows not real sparse, but they're not real thick, so when I fill it in, I don't press it down hard. I don't put the pencil down in my skin like real hard or nothing. This is what it looks like. And make sure you brush it when you get done too. But yeah, I don't like when it be like too full and that looks not for me. So I'm gonna do the other side real quick too. The color of my eyebrow pencil is, I either use dark brown or brunette, but I believe most of the time I use brunette. If I don't have that, or if I don't see it in the store, I use dark brown. Okay, this is what it looks like before I conceal it and everything. Okay, for my concealer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Deep Cinnamon. And with this, I don't use a lot. Let me show you. This is how much I think I'm going to need for right now, like when I do my eyebrows. And it might be too much, but I don't know. We're just going to have to see. Since I wear extensions, I try not to bring the concealer all the way down here. I just want to keep it like right below my eyebrow. I just put this little bit amount on my brush. So that's as much as I'm gonna put on there for now. And I'm sure that I'm gonna go back on this eyebrow and conceal it some more, because I used to be like real good at doing my eyebrows, but now I don't know what I did. I don't know what I be doing wrong. Then you just blend out the concealer. And for underneath my eyebrow, I know a lot of people like a bright concealer up under the eyebrow, but I like to keep it like one or two shades lighter than my skin color. That way when I blend it out, especially like since it's more of a like real natural everyday type of glam, I don't want it to be too bright under my eyebrow. That just don't look good to me. Yeah, when I used to do like my makeup on lives or in my old videos, I never ever used to like record me doing eyebrows. That was just a no-no. So this is what my eyebrows look like for now. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure they're as even as possible on the bottom. For some reason my voice keeps going out. I know y'all hear me. Okay, so for primer, I'm gonna use these two primers. This is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. It's for like if you have pores on your skin, and even if you don't, I would still use it because you don't ever know. My pores show up some. I know some people have like big pores, but mine just show up a little bit. And this is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is the pink one. I used to use the green one, but I heard that this one was better, so I've been using this one. It's like the dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I do want to try that one day, so yeah. But that's what I'm going to use for primer. And y'all could blend this stuff out with your hands. I guess like since I be doing makeup and I'm so used to trying to be sanitary and everything, I just rather do it with a brush. And I don't really want my hands to be dirty either. And make sure you you don't have to put it like on your neck, but after you get done blending on your face, take the excess like that's on your brush on your hands and just drag it down just a little bit. So now I'm going back into my e.l.f. concealers, and I'm going to take these two in the shade medium deep and not medium deep, y'all, medium beige and deep cinnamon again. And I'm not going to use a lot of this again like I did the first time. I'm going to start off with the lighter one first. And I'm going to go right in the corner of my eye right. And do it just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Y'all, I had like a very small mirror that I used to use for my makeup, but my mama took it. Well, I let her borrow it. I ain't got it back from her since, so you know how that goes. I'm trying to make it as even as possible, like with the lines on my nose. And y'all, make sure y'all bring it up to the size of y'all nose. That way when y'all do y'all contour and y'all concealer in the middle of y'all nose, that it won't be no harsh lines. And then I'm going to take the darker concealer and put it on my chin, above my lip, on the rest of my under eye, and on my forehead. And y'all, I'm not putting like a real thick layer on my face either, because the longer you wear the makeup like throughout the day, the more the oils in your skin gonna mix with the makeup, so you really don't want to put too much, because then it's gonna start looking real good once it mixes with the oils in your skin. And I try not to drag it like too far down. That way my face could still be like contoured and snatched. Y'all look like a cat. And only I can say that. Okay? Don't get beside yourself. Only I can say it. But yes, I look like a cat. So I'm going to put it on my forehead too. And when I do my forehead, I'm going to conceal the top of my brow at the beginning. I'm not going to do a lot. Or I'm not going to drag it out too far. And then I'm going to drag it down between my eyebrows. That way I have something between my eyebrows, because I do not like putting foundation in between my eyebrows. And then I'm going to take the side of my brush. I put some concealer on the side of my brush, but I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose with it. I don't have any extra product on my brush. I'm just trying to make it not be a harsh line on my eyebrows. So, well, my forehead, I'm sorry. Now I'm going to take my foundation. And y'all don't have to use this, but this is what I like to use. I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. Yeah, that's right. And the shade I use is, I don't know how to say this, but it's an I word. This is how much I put on here, and it's probably too much for real, but that's the amount of foundation that I'm going to be using. And I use the Real Techniques foundation brush. The small one though. I don't like the big brush. But I think this brush got discontinued because I don't ever see it on Ulta no more, but they do have them on Shein. I be seeing a lot of people talk about it on Shein. So yeah, I'm just gonna, if I can show you, I'm gonna tap just a little bit. Like I don't want a lot on my brush, but I'm gonna tap just a little bit, and then I'm gonna lightly tap it on my face. And I'm gonna try to drag it around as much as possible. Not drag it, spread it around as much as possible. Because I don't want any foundation on my face for real. And for right now, we're going around where we put the concealer at. Make sure you drag it below your chin. Make sure you drag it below your jawline because you don't want any harsh lines. Like, I make that mistake a lot and I really don't be trying to. I be ashamed when I be going places and seeing it. Then I'm gonna put it on my forehead. So once I get up here, that's when I'm going to take the edge of my foundation brush and I'm just going to blend out the edges of my forehead. The concealer of my forehead, y'all. I'm not good with explaining this stuff, but I mean, y'all see what I'm talking about, right? I'm just going to blend it out. And I'm going to start on the outside and then I'm going to make my way in as I blend it. And then I'm going to do the same thing right in this area right here. I'm just going to blend it out real lightly. And make sure you tap, not swipe or rub on your face. That's not going to look cute. And keep blending till you get it how you like it. And it's nothing on my brush no more, y'all. Like, I ain't putting no more foundation on it. I just used what I had left to blend the edges of my concealer. See, for me, that's pretty decent, y'all. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for my chin, but I'm just gonna go in and blend it. Because for some reason, the concealer on your chin, it just don't, it won't stand out. So I'm gonna get just a little bit more foundation just like this much. Y'all see that little bit? And I'm gonna take the sides of my foundation brush, and I'm only gonna get a little bit like I was doing the first time. And in excess, if I feel like it's too much, I'm just gonna rub it right there. But I'm gonna go down the sides of my nose. That way I won't have that harsh line right there too. And I am gonna still go back and like blend right there, but I do need something on the side of my nose too. Okay y'all, so this is what it looked like so far. After I get done doing that, then now I'm gonna go in with my concealer brush again and blend it out. And I'm gonna blend it out real lightly because I don't want any like brush streaks on my face. The last thing I blend usually is my under eye, and I tap very lightly because I did not use a lot of product and I still wanted to be there. I don't want it to tap too hard that I just take it all the way. And I still start on the outer edges and then work my way in. Okay, and y'all, I know that it's not blended all the way right here, but like I said, I don't want any brush streaks and I don't want to take the product away, so I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Okay, so start with my chin. I'm just gonna blend it out and we're gonna work my way up. The last thing that I'm gonna blend is my under eye. So after I get done blending my forehead, then I go to my foundation, just to take off any excess product. And then for the sides of my nose, I'm gonna blend right there too after I get done blending everything else. That way it'll just seem more flawless. I'm trying to blend it as much as possible. See? Yeah, you can tell the difference a little bit. The only thing is that right there, and I do have on extension, so I'm not really gonna be all up in the corner of my eye like that. But it looked way better. This side look way better than that side. So I'm gonna take my setting powder again, and to set my face, y'all can use cause a lot of people, I know a lot of people don't want to buy all this stuff. Y'all could use a beauty blender or whatever, but make sure that the beauty blender is dry. Don't use a wet beauty blender to put powder on, because it's gonna come out all type of textures and you do not want that. So I'm gonna use the, y'all, what do you think it's called? I'm gonna use a powder puff, a triangle powder puff, and I'm just gonna press it in there like that. And this, y'all, this is a lot of powder, so for that, to take the excess off, I'm just gonna tap it on the back of my hand. That way it'll be pressed into the powder puff too. And I don't like to blend out my under eye until I'm ready to put the powder on. That way my under eye is prepped and I won't have to do too much blending. So I'm just gonna blend it lightly to take away the creases. Then I'm gonna go in and set my under eye. With the light that I use, y'all, I really do think that it make my makeup look a little bit, it just don't look all that well. But in the mirror, I'm gonna have to show y'all like in a different mirror, in different lighting when I get done. Okay, so after I get done with that, then I'm gonna blend out everywhere else that I put concealer. And I'm still going to apply the powder and then tap the excess off. I don't want too much powder on my face. Okay, so after I get done setting it where I put concealer, I'm going to take my beauty blender again. And I'm just going to press that powder in my face. I know y'all, I look very crazy. I say that every time I do this part. But y'all, I look so crazy. Like on the camera I do. On my mirror I do not. But on the camera I look crazy. So when I get done, I'm going to make sure to show y'all this in different lighting. Because the light that I use is white light. I'm going to bake the center of my nose. And to avoid creasing right here, you're going to blend out. You're just going to tap it so that you can get any creasing out. And then you're going to get your powder again and blend it. You're going to get your powder and just press it in to where your creases are. And make sure that you blend it in all the way. After that, after I get done with the powder, I'm going to put on some bronzer. And y'all, this bronzer, they don't sell it in the store no more. So if you do get a bronzer, you can use the Morphe Glamour Bronzer or Juvia's Place bronzer. They have some really good colors and I use them on my clients. But I'm going to just do the sides of my nose very lightly. For your nose, you're going to have to use a color that's like your foundation color. That way it won't be so harsh. And make sure that you tap it very lightly. I'm going to go back into my setting powder and I'm just going to carve out the sides of my nose and under my cheeks. I'm going to bake like very lightly under my eye. When I do this part right here, I'm going to make sure to blend it in. That way it won't be any harsh lines. And y'all, setting powder is important. That way you won't have any flashback or anything when you use certain setting powders. Because I don't use eyeshadow for real. So I'm going to take my bronzer shade and I'm just going to put it right here like in the crease of my eyelid. That way I can have some color on my eyelid. And I try not to bring it down like on my eyelid because I try to avoid like wiping near my lashes for real because I don't want my lashes to get dirty. Next is blush, and y'all, these are the two palettes that I use for blush. I'm going to start off with like an orange color and this coral color. Y'all don't have to put on this much blush. Well, y'all don't have to put on as much as I'm going to put on because I like blush, y'all. I'm just going to tell the truth. I like blush. And blush is also like one of the first things to disappear after you get done doing your makeup and like throughout the day. So I try to put a lot on, and then it's going to look crazy when I put this on because this is very pigmented and it's pink, y'all. I use this bright pink right here. I don't like red blush. Red blush is enough. Unless you like very, very deep dark skin, then you can use red blush. But other than that, use orange and pink and coral colors, y'all. Don't play like that. But like even when I get done doing my makeup, the blush that I'm putting on is not gonna be on my face like that. So I'm just gonna, I only tap into it twice, and then I put it on like the high points of my cheeks. Don't bring it down this low. Y'all, I did put some bronzer on my under eye, just a little bit though. Most of the time I avoid doing this because I'll be wearing bottom lashes, but it looks better. So I'm gonna put that on right there. Now I'm just gonna tap off the powder. I still don't wipe it, like I just tap it away. And by doing this, like, I'm tapping in what I need to, but I'm also taking away all the excess powder that don't need to be there. See, it still looks kind of crazy. When y'all do this on y'allselves, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. On the camera, it look crazy. Like, now I'm going in with a pressed powder. If y'all don't want to spend all this money, you do not have to use MAC. I know L'Oreal, they have pressed powders. I'm sure more places have pressed powders, but it's just what I use. And I just press it right into my skin. And for my under eye, I'm going to take the concealer, well, the concealer brush. I'm going to take the concealer brush that I was using, and I'm going to use that for my under eye. On myself, I do my lips last. On my clients, I go, right now would be the time where I put on mascara and do my lips, but I do my lips last on myself. So I'm going to put on some highlighter. Y'all can't really see it, but because it's like a glitter highlighter. But I try not to put too much of that on too. So I'm gonna put some eyeshadow into my inner corner. And most of the time the colors I use is like nude, white, or pink. Or I like mix the pink and the white, or the pink and the nude. It just depends on what kind of look I'm going for. But today, if it's just, you know, everyday makeup and I'm not trying to do anything fancy for real, I'm going to use the beige. And I just tap it on right here. And then I'm going to put on some eyebrow gel. And this one is from Maybelline. If you do want to use the eyebrow gel, make sure you get a clear one. That way your eyebrows could be kind of glossy. I like when mine be glossy. So I just put that on like this. So after that, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. And these are the two setting powders that These are the two setting sprays that I'm gonna use for myself. So first, I'm gonna go in with the brush, and I'm gonna spray some setting spray on my brush, and I'm just gonna lightly tap under my eye. I'm using this one first. Okay, then I'm gonna spray it on my face. And then I'm going to use this one and I'm going to spray it on my face too. So now I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm making sure that everything is just blended into place. And for my lips, I usually do just a brown liner and like a pink lip gloss. So I could keep it like as natural looking as possible. That's just what I like. But I'm gonna show y'all how I get like the nude lip. So I use these products from Boli's Beauty for the lips. And I haven't tried her lip liner on myself, but I'm gonna try it for y'all. Like brown, like this color right here. I don't know how, I believe it's gonna show up on my skin good, but I don't know if it's gonna be like the dark brown that I like. Yeah, this too. Yeah, y'all can see it on me, but unfortunately, that's not the type of dark brown I like. But it does look good on like dark skin tones and everything. But me personally, I just like darker lip liners, so I'm gonna go in with a real dark one. After that, I'm gonna take the lipstick. God, this gonna feel so crazy. Like, I really do not wear lipstick. I'm gonna take the lipstick in the color, what is this, Cashmere, and her lip gloss in the color Aphrodisiac. Y'all, I ain't never used this on myself before, but it smells good. And I also do not think about keeping this on. But this is what the lipstick looks like. I didn't really use a lot, but yeah. And it's real like buttery. So I'm gonna use the lip gloss now. And I'm only putting this like on the inside, like on top of the lipstick. And then I'm gonna just take a clear lip gloss. Y'all really don't have to do this. If y'all don't wanna use nude lip gloss, y'all can really just use clear lip gloss, but I like to put the clear lip gloss like on the edges of my lips. And y'all, most of the time I do go back and clean off my piercing right here with just a Q-tip, or you can use a makeup wipe if you want to. Okay y'all, so this is the finished look. Y'all see, since it's not like so far away, y'all can really see what it looked like, because it was looking a little ghosty with the light that I use. Like, that really irritates me, but I'm gonna show y'all again. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so this is also what it looked like. I had to come in the mirror to show y'all, but okay, so yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video and I hope that it helped y'all. This is not the type of video that I have planned on doing on this channel, but I've been seeing y'all say that y'all wanted to learn how to do y'all makeup. But I'll see y'all in the next video, and thank y'all for watching. Make sure that y'all comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe too. I'll see y'all in the next one.